Listen to Iron Maiden, baby, with me.
More music for your eyes. More Sony Video 45s.
You'll take my life, but I'll take yours too.
Heavy metal from Iron Maiden with Trooper and Number of the Beast. Run to the Hills. And Flight of Icarus. Own your favorite videos. Sony Video 45s. Available at record or video stores. Or call to order your Video 45 today.
Welcome to Listen to Iron Maiden, baby. I'm American Ash.
I'm Australian, aren't I?
We can't say Wales or South Wales today because we're American. We're promoting Iron Maiden, baby.
Yeah.
Welcome, mate. That was a good little commercial back in the day in America promoting the. There's a lot of hits there, right?
Dude, what a selection, eh?
Right.
Yeah, all bangers.
I always love seeing Iron Maiden being promoted in some way because it just seems odd.
I love the also the standard of the video. It's a very is it 80s, 90s?
That's got to be 80s, right? Because it's around that time, you know.
Not even HD. I don't know what that is. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Do you ever watch HD TV now? Maybe it was about 8 years ago. Jamie, my friend Jamie and I, we went to a place in Hiroshima.
Yeah.
In Nagarikawa. It was a sports bar.
Right.
But the TV was HD.
HD only.
We're trying to watch football. We're like, we can't watch this. This is terrible.
They're kicking around a cube.
Yeah. But it's crazy that the perspective of when HD came out, it was like amazing, right?
Right.
It's so funny. You just can't go back.
You can't.
Yeah.
No, it's hard, man.
And talking of that, we are talking about Iron Maiden today. We just finished Peace of Mind.
That's it. Yeah.
And it's funny because you and I both, we did not listen to the album when it came out new. You know, we're not linear Iron Maiden fans.
Yeah.
They're only old people are.
I kind of thought, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, you know
I'll
what I
take
mean?
it. Yeah.
So a lot of my comments about Peace of Mind, like for example, To Tame a Land, I mean, my comments were, it sounds like other songs that come in the future, which I like much better.
Yeah.
And it's not fair to say that, but you know what I mean? I can't not know those other songs, right? So I have that opinion. Yeah. So yeah, it's difficult sometimes.
But that's what we've gone through 4 albums already, eh?
What a journey!
Right?
2 singers,
2 singers,
4 albums. I thought there'd
be a bargain,
right? Exactly. Buy it now at your local convenience store. So I thought it'd be cool. Now we got to this point. We got 2 Paul albums, 2 Bruce albums. Let's do a top 10.
Yeah, okay.
I feel silly because I wrote a top 10 on my notes, and then today I wrote another top 10, and they're kind of different. So I thought it'd be cool to see the difference.
I got a list, not many notes though, but you know what? It was one of the hardest things to do.
Right. Because, you know, we got Iron Maiden and Killers for Paul, and Bruce has got Number of the Beast and Peace of Mind.
Yeah. It's
very hard. So I'll start off, right? So I thought it was kind of funny because what I wrote first, and then I wrote another note today, I was like, I think I agree with my other one, actually. They kind of have the same amount of songs.
Ashley's other personality.
Yeah, okay. So, all right, let's go. Well, do you have a list?
I've just got a quick list, but...
Okay, so let's go from number 10. All right, so I did this list last week.
Yeah.
And the other list I did today. So let's see which one.
which Ashley?
Yeah, it's funny. So my number 10 is Strange World.
Strange World.
And on my other list, it was Strange World as well.
Okay.
I really like Strange World because it's got a cool vibe. And I think that Paul sings very beautifully on the song. And I've always liked it.
That's not my number 10, but it was one that I was tossing around with that one.
Yeah, okay.
But my number 10 is Phantom of the Opera.
Wow, that's quite low.
I know, but there's a lot of songs.
I know.
So it was very hard to do. So I was like, yeah, I like Phantom of the Opera, really, with the...
I mean, Steve Harris thinks that To Tame a Land is better than Phantom of the Opera. Are you high? Idiot.
Yeah, I can't agree with that one.
Stupid idiot. All right, what's your number 9?
I got Rothschild.
Oh, I didn't. I don't have Rothschild.
Yeah,
I do like
yeah.
it though, but
Yeah,
I put
yeah.
Sun and Steel.
Sun and Steel?
I love Sun and Steel because I'm a whore for the core. It's got a banging chorus. Rothschild is got a great bass hook and a cool groove, but it doesn't have that core, man.
Right.
No core. All right, that sounds good.
Okay,
What's your
okay.
number 8?
I got Killers on number 8.
Mm.
I really like Killers, but
That's too low for me, mate.
I know. Again, when we're talking about like top 10,
Yeah.
the distance between these songs is so
I know.
minuscule. So anybody listening going,
Yeah, it is
relax,
fun to
man.
listen.
Relax,
Yeah, this
relax,
is our
guys.
list. You know?
Exactly.
Uh,
What's your 8?
my 8 was Where Eagles Dare.
Oh.
It doesn't have a core as good as chorus. It's fine chorus.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
listening to it is just so fun. Just the transitions and the
Because
guitars.
that's track number 1 on the...
Exactly.
That's a great start.
So good. So good.
What are we
All
up to? Number 7?
Number 7.
I got Sun and Steel on number 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm glad you guys.
yeah.
Respect, man. I really like that song.
Yeah.
You know, even if it's not.
Because even when I was putting it together, like I went just a quick little playthrough and I was like,
yeah.
nah, that one's it.
Yeah, I really like it. I really like it.
Mhm.
All right. So last week I put Children of the Damned, but today I put Revelations.
Oh, okay.
So I have to choose one, and I'm gonna go with Revelations.
That's your number 6?
Yeah, 7.
Your number 7.
Because even though Children of the Damned is amazing,
Yeah.
but it is similar to Hallowed Be Thy Name in like the structure.
Okay, you there? Okay,
Whereas
gotcha.
Revelations is just, I just love the way Bruce sings, you know, some of the lines and the verses, you know, and there's no way he wrote those bloody lyrics. But yeah, fantastic.
Cool.
All right, next one, number 6.
Oh, you want to do your number? Oh, my number 6 is
your number 6.
Children of the Damned.
Children of the Damned. Bow, bow, down, down. That's all I gotta say.
Man. That's it.
That's it, right?
That's it. Your number 6?
Phantom of the Opera.
Ah!
The Phantom of the Opera is here.
Not that one, right?
Not that one. The one that Steve brought on the way home from the pub.
That's
apparently, yeah. I was walking out from the pub, right, and all of a sudden, Phantom just came into my head. Are you serious?
Oh,
all right, then.
Yeah.
There we go, mate. All right, what's number? What can you say about that? It's a great song. Yeah? Number 5.
That's it, man. My number 5 is Run to the Hills.
Oh, I don't have Run to the Hills.
Yeah.
Which is a crime. But I do enjoy listening to it, but I just like my top 5 is just songs I just enjoy listening to more than that, you know. So
Run to the Hills, or otherwise known as Bollocks.
Bollocks. Yeah. This is a new song, Run to the Hills. Down, down, down. Bollocks. Yeah, my number 5 is 22 The Avenue. The song that makes me drive too fast and sing too loud before I gotta go to work and talk, and I don't give a shit.
I don't have that one in my list, but that's
a fucking banger.
If anything, it's an honorable mention then for me. It's got to be in there somewhere. Yeah, it is a banger. Yeah, it's hard, man.
I know. Yeah. Anyway, number 4.
Number 4 is Flight of Icarus.
How dare you?
Why?
So low. You bastard.
Dude, we're into the top 5 now. Come on.
You bastard. Yeah. Nah, of course, man. It's a great song, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mine was Killers.
You've got Killers there. Yeah.
It's just that intro there. Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah.
The best years, I think, are in that one.
In that song.
Yeah,
that song is brilliant, man. And it's one of those songs that, like, apparently Paul was just, like, winged it, you know? And, like, you know, he's not trained, like, so he can do that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, all right. What's we're up to now? Number 3? Number 3.
Number 3 is that song by Paul when he did his 80s thing. It's not... No, I'm kidding. My number 3 is Hallowed Be Thy Name.
Yeah, mine too. Mine too.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Mine is 3. So Hallowed is, I love Hallowed Be Thy Name as an experience, you know, even with all the drama behind it. But like I said, I like short bangers.
Yeah.
And it's just a bit long. I'm not complaining, but like I just like songs that are just more to the point.
Yeah.
And Hallowed is great. I love listening to it. But it's like, for example, like one of my other favorite bands is a band called Mastodon,
Mhm.
and I love their early, short metal songs.
Yeah.
But then what happened was the guitar player Brent Hines, who's a psycho.
Mhm.
This is the guy who came to the band for the interview drunk out of his head, and he's like a hillbilly, and but he was so good they were like, we got to keep him in there.
Yeah.
Insane person. They went to a Kerrang Awards, and he got into a fight with System of a Down, and they cracked him in the head with a chair, and he ended
Okay.
up in hospital. And while he's in hospital, he wrote this album about like Rasputin, and it's
Okay.
insane. But the album is so fucking good, and
Yeah.
the songs are a bit longer and more like progressive. And me and Jamie talk about the album all the time because I love it. And
Yeah.
I whenever I put that on, I'm like, this is the best album ever.
Yeah.
I love Iron Maiden, but
Oh.
when I listen to that album, I'm just like, how can you? This is music.
Yeah.
From start to finish. There's only like 6 songs,
Oh, okay.
and it's like, it's
Is
crazy.
that an album or an EP?
Oh, mate.
What-
But some of them are long,
Yeah.
right? But
Wow.
they got some of the songs on it are just insane. And that's what I'm saying. It's like having. I'm not saying that I still love longer songs, but generally I'm drawn more towards the short bangers,
Right. Yeah.
But my favorite music, just like Hallowed Be Thy Name, is one of my favorite Maiden songs. But
I'd probably be the same, but if it's a long one and it's just something epic, and
Yeah.
it's just put together so well that
I know.
well, that's why I like Tool, I guess. 'Cause
Yes.
they can
Oh, there you
do
go.
it,
Yeah,
right?
Tool's a
they
good
pull it off.
example,
Not everyone can pull that off,
Yeah,
right?
Tool don't really have any short songs. They really
I think the shortest is for them is maybe 6 minutes or something, right?
but still quality. But it's good music, isn't it? Hallowed Be Thy Name is good music, a great song.
Yeah.
But it's just a little bit, longer than I would nominate. That's why it's number 3.
Yeah.
All right, what's your number 2?
I'm going to sound like just a normal like Iron Maiden person. That's Trooper for me.
Me too. Number 2.
There you go.
People shit on the Trooper because it's so popular and so thin. But when you listen to it, you're like, fuck,
No.
it is so good.
Guys, doesn't matter how long you've been listening, you're not above it.
No, yeah,
right?
exactly. People think they're above the Trooper. You can't be above the Trooper.
You're not. Nobody is too cool
No.
for the Trooper.
No.
No.
I mean, it's even a song where Britain gets beaten. We got our asses kicked by the Russians, right?
And it sounds
And it's
fucking awesome,
still,
right?
That's what Britain, man. We take it on the chin. We
Yeah.
don't mind having a laugh.
It's still victorious in the end.
Yeah. Some people, I feel like Americans especially just can't have a laugh. So I'll give you an example. I play, online games.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto.
Ah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
I started playing for 10 years. I have a crew, and all.
Yeah.
Half of the crew is from Wales,
Yeah.
and half is American. And I do have kind of a bad sense of humor. So the other day, I messaged everyone in the crew. There's like 50 people.
Oh, hang on. Wow.
Yeah, I messaged them mostly, and I'm saying, "Hey, listen, I'm thinking of taking over the crew. Right? Everyone vote for me as the new leader. We're gonna kick out the leader. The leader's my mate." And I messaged him. I messaged my mate first saying, "Listen, I'm gonna message everyone and say I want to
Yeah.
oust you, and see what happens." Right? And everyone messaged him, going, "Oh my god, Ash is trying to take over the group, whatever."
Mutiny.
Yeah, and they didn't realize I was joking.
Yeah.
And they got really pissed off with me. And I was like, for fuck's sake, get a sense of humor. It's hilarious, I thought it was hilarious.
It's Grand Theft Auto, people.
I know. Come on. It was so funny, right? Anyway, Hallowed Be Thy Name and Trooper, you can't be above it. They're fucking classics.
Oh, man. That's it.
Well, come on. My number 1 is easy, right?
What is it?
Fly as high as the sun. Boo! I can't sing as high as Bruce. What's your number 1?
666.
Yeah, I left it out because once again, it's another one where I love the intro, but I'm more drawn to the shorter songs and
I get it.
It
was for me. It was just like, who am I fooling? Really, just like it is. And it's
You're
like,
Australian, right? You like 666.
That's
right?
it. Yeah.
All right, there we go.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. So, talking of 666, we had a guy. Remember this guy? He emailed us, Garrison Sturgis.
I remember that name.
That was a good name.
Yeah.
Now, he sent us another email saying addicted to Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
Because he didn't actually put where he was from.
Ah, that's right.
So he cleared that up for us.
Where is he from?
He said, sorry for not including this in the previous email, but I'm a Delawarean living in Newport News, Virginia. Newport is in Wales too, mate. So big up on you. Respect.
Nice.
Virginia. So yes, I'm from the States. You are so right. Iron Maiden is a drug. When I want to listen to music, I more often than not choose to listen to Iron Maiden. Me too, mate. listened to the Power Slave album for the first time this week. Whoa!
Oh,
And you
nice.
can't get enough of it. Of course, man. You've just used Aces High for the first time. Oh, man, I wish I could go back and fucking get banged by that one again. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, and even the song Power Slave.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that is my go-to pick up the guitar I want to play.
That
Right.
riff, right?
Right?
Yeah,
Ah, talking. That riff ties into the topic of the bloody podcast today, right? Oh, I'm just so good at this, man. Smooth.
Wow.
Anyway, let's continue this email. Especially with the title track. See, he just said Power Slave. Yeah,
Right.
mate, Power
Yeah.
Slave's fucking awesome. Bruce wrote that.
Oh, did he?
All of it. That's a Bruce song.
Bruce. It's because he's trained.
Don't bring me down, Bruce. Yellow, right? Can't wait to hear you guys talk about the album. We will talk about it. So we're going to do today's little episode. Then we're going to do another early years episode. And then we're going to smash a
We're
bit of Power
coming
Slave.
there soon. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, so guys, we are in Japan, and April right now is the busy season. The beginning of the year of like the financial year starts in April. But schools, everything starts from April. So right now we're both busy, so that's why there's a little bit of a delay in the podcast. But we will be taking our time in the next couple of weeks to smash out some pods. But
Yep.
stay tuned. I also listened to Somewhere in Time for the first time, and discovered another song I had no idea was originally an Iron Maiden song, Wasted Years. Yeah, I originally heard it played by Damone. No idea. Oh, yeah, they did a cover. That's right. I remember. I think it's Damone, yeah. It's one of those bands that just cover the album. I'm not sure. I know that cover, that's all. I don't know the band, though.
Okay.
When I heard Iron Maiden playing it, I had to look it up if it was originally their song because it doesn't sound like them. Look forward to seeing your thoughts on that song, too, when you get there, and keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Yeah. That sometimes happens, right? You hear the cover. Like, what's that band? The Clash?
Yeah.
I Fought the Law.
Yeah.
Like, that's originally like an old American song. And I prefer the original, actually.
Yeah.
It's just, really catchy kind of song. But you forget, oh my God, that's not the original. And I mean, don't have a lot of those songs, but if you did listen to their cover, you would think it was.
Yeah.
Somewhere in Time, man, is a fucking awesome album. It's, a couple albums later where they're in full on.
Which cover is that now?
It's the best cover. With
best one?
It's when they saw Blade Runner.
Oh,
It's the Blade Runner cover,
okay.
yeah. And it's all like, if you open up the back, oh man, you gotta get the vinyl. Because if you open it, it's like the whole artwork, and there's like all these like Easter eggs and things in there.
Yeah.
Fucking sick. Yeah, Wasted Years sounds different because it's one of those songs written by Adrian Smith. When he's more in like pop kind of, and actually the B-side is a song called Reach Out, which Adrian sings, which is fucking awesome. Bruce does the back. Bruce only does the backing vocal, so the chorus is like "Reach out," and Bruce just goes "Reach out." You're like, "Whoa, Bruce, too much, man!" Like,
how's Adrian sound?
Oh, it sounds great. Adrian's
Actually...
Adrian's a great singer. He does a lot of the the backing vocals, and he was a singer in the band before he joined Maiden, right?
Okay,
He's
enough.
really, really good actually, and but yeah, they let him do that song. It was really cool. But he wrote Wasted Years. Wasted Years was another one of those where Steve was like, "What's that?"
Okay.
And he's like, "Oh, I thought you'd think it was too commercial." No, fucking let's do it.
See, I like that about him. Like,
yeah, I do like that about
it's good.
Steve. Yeah. But he's a hypocrite because he says early on in the interviews, like, "Oh, it sounds a bit too commercial," and then now he's like, "Well, it's fine. You don't care about that, liar. You liar." Anyway. Oh, I need to play Why the Fuck You Lying? But yeah.
Why the fuck you lying?
So guys, the problem is that my soundboard is, I don't know what's happening, but
you've probably heard it from a few of the other episodes.
Yeah, so it's not broken, but if I'm afraid to open it because it's just randomly playing stuff. I think it's like an iOS update.
Give it.
Let's try it.
Just close it.
See what happens.
Why the fuck you
okay,
lying? Why you
lying, Steve? You fucking liar.
Oh my God.
Stop
lying.
fucking lying.
Lying. My soundboard's broken.
I know. Thank you very much. Anyway, so mate, it was working now, for God's sake.
Oh, give it a bit. Yeah.
We didn't need much today because it's mostly videos today. Anyway, did you know, right? We are not the only Iron Maiden based media out there. Content creators.
There's more though.
There's more. There is more.
Love it.
There's a lot more.
Yeah.
Actually, so I want to talk about a recent one that I found, which I really, really like. and it's a guy from Canada, right?
Mm.
So during COVID, in those days, a lot of people started doing YouTube and things like that. But there's a lot of people talking about Iron Maiden like we are as fans.
Yeah.
But there's this guy, he's got a channel called Licks of the Beast.
Mm.
And it's a completely Iron Maiden based guitar tutorial channel.
Oh,
So like,
on.
yeah.
Wow.
So why it's interesting because he had a video like just last week about Power Slave,
Right.
talking about how people play it wrong
Okay.
because of Steve's bass.
Mhm.
So the riff is now Steve plays it really sloppily.
Right.
Like
Ah,
so
okay, yeah.
it gets confused with people thinking the guitar is doing that as well, but it's not. The guitar is going da 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 da
Yeah, yeah.
da da, but because of the bass, sloppy bass, it sounds
Oh, see, I never. Yeah, I was
confusing.
listening to the guitar.
Yeah,
the
and
guitar's quite quantized.
Yeah.
Say quantized.
No,
but
it
it's like-
is. But I don't know why people had a problem with it. But when I watched it, I was like, I was playing it right. Yes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I felt very
Mm.
thing about it. Anyway, this guy, right? It's a YouTube channel called Licks of the Beast.
Yep.
His name is Nico Falso. So he's,
mm.
I think he's from Montreal,
Mhm.
but he lives in Toronto. French Canada. 'cause
Yeah, yeah.
Nico I think it's French.
Mhm.
Anyway, luckily,
Yeah.
he's doing really well. But I was like, I'm gonna have a fucking little bit of a punt here. I messaged him on Instagram,
Oh, okay.
and I was like, mate, I'm doing a podcast with Iron Maiden, and I like you.
Yeah.
Answer some questions. He replied.
Legend.
I was like, cheers, mate. So let me open up the conversation I had with him. Now, of course,
This feels weird because, like, I watched some, like, the stuff that you sent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it
that
today.
guy,
so-
right? Yeah.
Okay, this is weird.
Now, before we do that,
Mm.
let me play something. So this is the guy that replied to us, and he's really, really cool.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna play a video which he did recently.
いらっしゃいませ。何名様ですか？
2人です。
ご予約はされてますか？
予約した鈴木です。
あ、鈴木様ですね。
はい。
こちらへどうぞ。
Really?
Ever since Senjutsu was released, Sarah and I decided that if Iron Maiden were gonna announce any Japan dates, we were gonna go for sure, no question about it. Well, these crazy guys went and announced 4 of them. So I'm really happy to say that we got our tickets for the Tokyo and Osaka shows. So of course it's gonna be a really long wait between now and next September, but something tells me this is gonna be absolutely epic stuff. So I'll definitely keep you all posted, and we'll make sure to share our adventure in Japan with you all. Stay tuned for a lot more licks of the beast.
How cool is that, mate?
Hey, because hang on, what's this Japanese?
All right, exactly.
Yeah.
I randomly clicked on the video and I was like, wait a minute, we're in Japan.
Yeah.
He's coming to Japan. We're
I'm
gonna
going-
message him,
we're
right?
going to the Osaka
right? Yeah,
one,
it's good. We're
yeah.
going to Osaka too, right?
Yeah.
Which is really cool, right? So, so apparently, I think he did actually. Well, I'll tell you what he said
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
But anyway, so I messaged him, and a very nice guy, man. I just said that we're big fan. Are you coming to Osaka? He's like, yeah, we're going to Osaka and Tokyo.
Yeah.
We're going there too. Yeah. So he asked. I showed him the coasters that you made.
Oh,
the
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
He was really he loved those.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's I asked him like can we're going to do a podcast episode about your content. Do you mind if I play some stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he said it's very cool. I know. I did ask him.
Very nice of you.
I did ask him
Mm.
top 10 between the 2 albums.
Ah, okay.
Here's his top 10. I'm not sure if it's in order.
Yeah.
But he said Phantom,
Mhm.
Transylvania,
Mhm.
Innocent Exile,
Mm.
Purgatory. See, he's proper Paul.
Very- yeah.
22,
Yep.
Children of the Damned,
Mhm.
Hallowed be the Name, Revelation, Still Life. Oh, I love Still Life. Entertainment Land. I hate that song. He loves it.
I saw that.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
He loves it. And special mention to Drifter because it's such a fun song. I like that song too. Yeah, it's very good. Yeah, I thought, I told him, well done, mate, because, your Japanese was pretty good there, as we live in Japan.
Mhm.
So he said that he went to martial arts training, as in
okay,
Uchideshi for a month. Yeah, so
Oh,
he came
cool.
over for that, which is very, very cool. But yeah, he's coming to Japan. I said, listen, if you want, if you're going to come, let's meet up and
Yeah.
have a little talk about Iron Maiden.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
I told him about my first Iron Maiden concert, which
Yeah.
was the A Matter on Life and Death.
Mhm, mhm.
where they play the whole album, you know, and he was a big fan of that album too. Some people not a fan of it because it's kind of, you know, they were like really stubborn. We're not playing any hits. We're playing this album, you know, and anyway, that was it. But yeah, and I asked him, you know, how did you start the channel? So Nico, not Nico, it's Nico, proper Nico.
Yeah.
He said that he started the page in March 2020,
Yeah.
When the lockdown started, as a way to put out some good vibes for those people who I thought might enjoy a clip of a Maiden tune, you know?
Yeah.
Right?
Why not?
Me too. I definitely. So his first videos were all like full covers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just, and also it was a way for me to keep a record of all the music I've learned since my teenage years.
Ah, okay,
See,
yeah.
that's what
that
I've
makes
used
sense.
YouTube for too, because like I've got a lot of information that I've learned over the years, and I just made a video and chuck it on YouTube, and it's always there.
Right,
And
exactly.
you know, I can always reference it myself then too. You know,
Yeah.
it might as well, man.
Mhm.
Might as well. Maiden was something I only ever played for myself, usually along with the albums, and I thought, you know, if 200 or 300 people get something out of this, and I get a place to keep recordings out of myself, why not? You know, so.
That's exactly the two words.
Exactly.
Why
yeah.
not? Yeah.
Yeah. So he was doing Instagram first, and then his wife said, "Why don't you do YouTube?"
Yeah.
And he said no, but then changed his mind. And yeah, and now he's doing his own guitar channel called Nico's Guitar World as well. So if you're into guitar, yeah, this guy's really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool guy. His channel is really awesome. And anyway, let's check out. He did a video about the Peace of Mind, you know, retrospect kind of thing.
Yeah. Yep.
So let's check out his opinion on each of the songs, right?
Okay, yeah.
Let's go. So the first song would be bloody, wait a minute, Where Eagles Day.
The album starts with a really instantly recognizable drum roll by Nico, leading to one of the most powerful riffs on any Iron Maiden album.
Okay, so let me just, this video, right? The guitar he's got right now is one of Agent Smith's famous guitars from the 80s. This Ibanez, I think it's Destroyer. It's really hard to get, but he's got one. I was like so jealous how he got it.
I didn't recognize it as an Ibanez, right?
Yeah. Yes, come on, Nico. I'll sing. I never know the lyrics. Yeah, that guitar is really, really
This
famous.
is already much
nice.
different from anything they'd done before. Instead of the bounce and swing feel that was so present on their
Okay, Nico, I know you did listen to the podcast, so if you listen to this, right? Now, first off, let's talk about your camera game. Camera's cool, lighting in the back, like he's got the little lights in the back as well to give it a little bit of accent. Good job.
I like that.
Yeah, it's quite, you know, it's dark, you know, his t-shirt blends into it. It looks kind of cool. But also, it's awkward talking on camera. You have a podcast, The Waiting Room, talking about Japan. So guys, if you are interested about anything in Japan, listen to Andy's podcast,
Yep.
The Waiting Room.
JPN, if you want to.
That's right.
Yeah.
And there's something about what do you do with your hands when you're talking.
Right. Well, the thing is, I'm also lucky in the sense that it's like this. I'm talking to somebody.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's hard on your own.
That's right. I respect it. Yeah. Like I do videos talking to the camera, and I kind of just put my hands on my laps kind of thing. But then I do like the
Yeah.
So I like the way that he is really, you know, he's trying to make it interesting. You know? So big respect, Nico. It's difficult to do this kind of stuff.
Here we get a very grounded, driving riff that feels heavier, and it creates an image in your mind so you can really visualize what the song is about. Dave Murray's solo is a great example of playing for the song and not for the guitarist's ego. Dave had been playing some pretty wild solos up until that point, so his fluidity and technical ability were quite evident. But on this song, he chose to play a series of just natural harmonics, dive bombs, and trills because that is what best fit the mood of the instrumental section.
That's true. So, well, the first three albums, Dave's solos go like this. And on that song, the he really holds on and like accents on. That's why it is a highlight of the song. Doing the harmonic. It's fucking class. So yeah, I agree with you there, Nico. Dave kills it on that song, but in a different way,
Right.
not in his usual way, you know.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
Dave doesn't always have surprises, but you know he does. You know, he does pop some out now and again. You know,
That's
like,
what makes them even more surprising.
I know, and he usually picks up a song or two on each album, and there's a pattern to it, but I don't give a shit. You know, I still love it. You know, yeah. Oh, anyway, yeah, don't need this anymore. Just back to what he said. Oh yeah, Wales there, fantastic. All right, let's go to the next video. Revelations. What does he say about that?
Revelations is the first song written by Bruce Dickinson to appear on an Iron Maiden album, and it's just a brilliant little epic. The composition, arrangement, theme, lyrics, and performance by Bruce and the band are absolutely top level. What's interesting about this song, and this applies to a multitude of Iron Maiden songs really, is that although the arrangement has a fair bit of complexity and it almost feels like an album deep cut, it works magnificently well live. In fact, this was one of my personal highlights of the Live After Death home video back in the day.
All right, let's stop there.
Yeah.
Live After Death. Have you heard that live album? We haven't got to that. Well, this is basically the Power Slave live album.
Oh, okay.
Now, this album is actually, for a lot of people, is that album that they heard before they heard anything else, and then made like a ton of Iron Maiden fans from this album, because it is an amazing concept. We're gonna get to it in the future after Power Slave, probably.
Okay.
But yeah, I could imagine in the 80s watching Live After. Look at that cover.
And
Eddie's
that's pretty awesome.
Bursting out of the fucking grave, right? And it's Live After Death. It's blue. It looks sick. And the band are just on fire. Oh, they are playing very, very fast.
Live.
Okay.
Yeah.
But whatever. It's live, right? Fuck it. Go
happens.
for it. Yeah. But it is. Revelations is so sick as well on that live version.
I love the contrast on that color too, the blue and
the yellow. It's great, isn't it? Yeah, that cover is fun. Yeah, Nico's right here. He's very right.
Highlight of last year's Legacy of the Beast performances as well. The clean verse section is beautiful in its simplicity, with the guitar playing the arpeggiated triads A minor over E, F suspended second, C major, and G major.
Look at him with his music theory as well. That's why his channel's really cool, man. Because he's an Iron Maiden fan who knows what he's talking about, but also he knows what he's talking about.
He knows, yeah. Good on him.
You know what I mean? So yeah, let's check out his guitar playing.
I'll be like, can you give me tab?
Yeah, right, yeah. Tab, please. As the sunlight rolls on her lips, it is you.
Meanwhile, the bass plays a fantastic line that highlights the root notes of the guitar chords, while simultaneously adding a really catchy and very memorable melody.
Here goes the bass. Oh, sexy.
Hope they flat.
The interplay between bass and drums in this section is well worth highlighting, as it was an early indicator of how well Nickel McBrain and Steve Harris would go on to work together over the next 4 decades. And Bruce Dickinson's vocal melodies and performance are just absolutely breathtaking.
Bruce kills it on this song.
This song also features a beautiful guitar harmony over that clean section just after the intro.
Oh, this is so good. Go on, Nico, smash it, man. He's even playing a Dave Murray Strat as well. Yeah, this choice of melody was a great choice. Yeah. Fucking awesome. You gotta play it.
That was the first time when I heard that song. I was like, what?
Who? So awesome. Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, that's why it's funny, because when they did that live, the harmony, there's no clean guitar. That's why Bruce was playing the clean guitar. And it's just like, don't worry about it, Bruce. No one's listening to you. Have you heard that fucking melody, you know? The bass line is so good already. It doesn't need that, you know, without the guitar. So I think he dropped it after a while, but yeah. Anyway, Flight of Icarus.
Flight of Icarus was the first of many Adrian Smith penned album singles and a longtime fan favorite. It really showcases Adrian's prowess as a songwriter, and it's not based on guitar riffs, but on hooks, melody, and the tension and release principle. This song's deliberate rhythm gives it hypnotic quality, especially because every section starts on the tonic with no key changes or modulations. The verses have very little guitar, and the E and F sharp power chords are allowed to ring out only to provide a frame for the vocal melody to stand out. The song also features two excellent guitar solos by Dave and Adrian that complement one another and showcase their individual playing styles perfectly.
It's my favorite song.
Murray's fluid legato lines and Smith's choppy, structured phrasing and singable melodic motifs.
Yeah, that's right. He's right there. See?
Yeah.
Like, that's how you describe it. Like, I don't know. It's almost like Dave just goes, "You want, mate? I'll do it on the night." Yeah. Yeah.
Around there, yeah.
And like, you know, Adrian's kind of like the nerdy guy. I was like, "Oh no, if I go here, then they'll feel something there, and then I go up here, and then I go here, or whatever."
Yeah.
You know, and he does the same thing over and over because he spent so much time on it. You know, he can do improvise too, but
sure
it's just not his style.
No,
you know.
no. And it's fair enough, man. He's made something special for everybody.
They are very special, but not as special as "If You're Gonna Die."
Die With Your Boots On is a great song about rising above challenges and living life to the fullest. This one has two really great harmonies. The intro riff, which is harmonized strictly in thirds, and the bridge harmony, which uses wider intervals, 11ths and 12ths. It's a great example of how different harmonic intervals can be used to achieve a specific effect. The intro riff in thirds sounds tighter and a little bit more closed, while the bridge harmony sounds broader, almost like a section of a movie score.
Yeah. So this is why this guy's cool, man. He's like, even if you're not really into like music theory and guitar or whatever, I mean, you can still listen to this guy talking about, he's well thought about what he said, right?
He hits a lot of points, different parts.
So it's very cool, man. Like, it's, of course, having a channel, if you're a guitar channel, you're always kind of limiting yourself if you only talk about guitar.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's called Licks of the Beast, so it's about Iron Maiden. So, you know, I'm glad to hear his opinion as well, not just like, you know, well, it was this chord, and then it starts on a tonic, and then goes. It's like,
no. Like he'll touch a bit of theory.
Yeah,
and then
yeah. He's a very likable guy, you know, very likable. Yeah, and he's Canadian. You know how Canadians love Iron Maiden.
Yep.
And what does he say about the Trooper?
The Trooper is, of course, one of Iron Maiden's most well-known songs, and every part of it is instantly recognizable.
Yeah.
You have the signature intro and outro riff that bookends the song.
You fucking haters, you know this song fucking rules. You're not above it. You think you're better. You're not.
The main harmony riff, with its unique sounding trills and the gallop rhythm throughout.
Well, I really like the B-side from the album we didn't release, you know?
The first half of the first verse framed with the call and response chord stops and that powerful opening line, "You'll take my life, but I'll take yours too."
You'll take my life, but I'll take yours too. You fire musket, but I'll run you through.
Yeah, but like, come on. There's a demo which you've never heard, only I've ever heard it, and it's like really much better than this song, I swear to God.
Stop it. I'm going to go back in the closet and listen to Trooper.
The very singable chorus over the ringing D and E chords.
God, this song's so fun to play.
And two extremely memorable and iconic guitar solos by Adrian and Dave.
Oh, yes.
Every lick in both solos is a must-know for metal guitarists, and these are some of the most widely covered guitar solos in heavy metal history.
Yep.
Not surprised.
What is really exceptional about these solos is the pacing. There's a push-pull dynamic in both solos that keeps the listener engaged lick after lick.
Yeah, man, because it's like that. That's really important, you know. It's not just going super fast, you know. That's why, like, do you know, I was just listening to Dragon Force the other day.
Yeah.
Randomly came on, and I was like, this is fucking sick. Jesus, this is really cool. But I was like, Jesus Christ, take a break. Pause for breath. The whole song is just like it's still fun to listen to, you know, but I can't listen to a whole album of it. Like one song and I'm done, you know. I was like, all right, got it.
Trooper came on yesterday, actually. We were at a Hanami party that went into the night.
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah.
In Hewa Koen, Peace
I
Park.
see. Yeah, Hanami in Japan, where everyone sits around the cherry blossom getting drunk. Very fun.
That's what it is. Excuse for daytime drinking, but it went till into the night.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh, when you did the DJ, did you play the Michael Jackson Trooper version?
No, but I've got another session coming up, so
you better play it, mate.
Yeah.
Record it too. I want to.
Yeah,
we'll post on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What about Still Life?
Still Life is next. And from the haunting intro to the final words, "Now we rest in peace," this song is very emotionally charged. Lyrically, it tells the story about someone who sees spirits calling to him in a lake and ultimately takes his lover to see the source of his obsession, ultimately jumping into the lake with her, causing both to perish. Musically, we follow the protagonist through his changing emotional states. First with the dreamy, haunting intro with its percussive arpeggio that almost sounds like the ticking of time, and Dave Murray's beautiful, slow, and deliberate solo. Then the way the entire band comes in on the ringing C chord that highlights the protagonist's state of elation, and the call and response chorus sounds intense and somewhat euphoric. This is reinforced with the use of the Dorian mode in the guitar's response phrases. The raised sixth of the Dorian mode, in contrast to the flat sixth of the Aeolian mode that characterizes the rest of the song, really brings up the tension and intensity.
I don't know those terminologies.
Okay.
I don't not know music, but I'm not a professional.
But it doesn't matter, right? Because half the video was talking about
right,
thing,
exactly,
and then he does on the guitar, right? So, like,
good balance.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. It's very balanced, right? So, just from the whole point of this podcast is that we are content creators of Maiden, and of course we're the best, and we're just criticizing the other ones, you know.
Yeah.
And actually, there's a few different ones which we'll cover when in between albums, you know, just something else to talk about. But I want to start with this guy because he's very cool. But one, can I put my hand up and I want to?
Yes, Ashley.
Yes. So Nico, can you actually play every song? Like
I wouldn't be surprised.
You didn't play any of Still Life there. I want to. You should have played it. You know, you're talking about this guitar part. You didn't play it, so you know that's half a star off for me.
I've got a feeling though. I reckon you can just bang it out.
Well, it's not on YouTube, so it didn't happen. Okay. That's the rule now.
Okay, it didn't happen.
If you don't record your conversations, they don't happen.
That's it.
Before this podcast, we have a chat that doesn't exist to me.
Iron Maiden didn't exist.
No.
It just came out.
Anyway, Quest of Fire, the fucking dinosaur song. Defend it. Defend it.
That takes us to Quest for Fire. The staccato intro and outro bookend riff is yet another cinematic moment of this album. It's so simple, but it feels so incredibly epic, and it sounds huge.
What about the dinosaur?
The guitars and bass in the verses have a very unique rhythmic pattern that sounds like it may have started off as a gallop rhythm,
Nico,
but later changed to something a little bit more laid back and more interesting. Instead of the more typical 4/4 time, we're in 12/8, which subdivides the 4 downbeats into a triplet feel. And there's a gallop within those triplets.
Triceratops. Dinosaur.
That's the thing. That's what we were talking about, right?
Another interesting part in this song is the instrumental interlude.
Oh. Okay, this is fucking sick.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this fucking part.
Yeah.
But that dinosaur part ruins it. It's just funny just being about it.
That's the only,
So in the first half, Adrian is following the bass line, and Dave is playing a similar melody a third higher that is slightly different in the tail end. In the second half, the guitars continue as they were, but the bass breaks away and starts to play just root and octave chords, outlining the melody so that the whole section opens up just before the guitar solos. This again is a clever bit of arranging that seems so obvious once it's done, and it's part of the song we're all familiar with, but it's actually the kind of thing that requires vision and an understanding of songcrafting as an art form to apply.
Yeah, that's true. By this album, their songwriting is at a good not at the peak, but at a good point.
Yeah, I mean, because we had dinosaurs.
Yeah, Exactly. But he didn't mention the dinosaur there. Now,
But exactly, when we were talking about it, that was the only thing. Like,
yeah,
it's great musically.
just take
it's just
that word out and it's fine, you know?
Yeah.
And like, I'm a huge fan. I don't really give a shit about the dinosaur line, but it's just funny to joke about.
It is funny.
You know?
Is funny.
But if without it, there's no way that this song isn't considered a fucking classic on the album, you know?
Right.
Or just like I said, Quest for Fire. You watch the film, stay up later and watch another film. It could be anything that, you know. I like the chorus though. Join my quest for fire. It's catchy, but yeah. Anyway, Sun and Steel. We love that one.
Yeah.
Sun and Steel is probably one of their lesser known and not often talked about deep cuts.
I know.
And that's really unfortunate because it's actually quite a good song with some fantastic singing by Bruce. And I love the vocal harmony in the chorus.
Oh, me too, mate. Fucking
the
love it.
instrumental section features a very interesting guitar harmony that really captures the spirit of that entire album and early 80s metal in general, I would say. The album ends with To Tame a Land.
Oh, let's stop there. We're not talking about that one yet. Sunlight falling on your steel. Death in life is your ideal. Life is like a wheel. Fucking sick, man. Oh, talking about Japan, you know, we're in Japan and we're watching that Shogun.
I was going to say, you up to date?
Yeah, I'm up to date.
Okay. Yeah.
But like, I mean, what happened? The last couple episodes, the English guys just give up and not doing anything. I was like, I want to be conquering shit. I'm living vicariously through that guy. I want to be like smashing all the bloody, what's the word? Courtesans, whatever.
Right.
You know, come on. He's doing nothing. He's just standing around going, well, can I be you with you?
Can I be your friend?
Can I be your friend? No British person would ever do that.
Can I use your sword?
Oh, he said he was embarrassed to have the sword.
Right.
I was like,
on.
I stood up. I was like, you fucking what, mate?
That's
Get
when
off.
you kick the TV.
Yeah.
And
Get out of the Queen's going to go ape shit, mate.
I know.
But yeah, it's pretty good.
Still good, though.
But his fucking son, how embarrassing is that? He smashed his head on a rock.
Spoilers. Too late.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway.
To Tame a Land.
Yeah.
This is the album's pièce de résistance and an exceptionally strong closer to...
I don't speak French, but I know what that means. And fuck you. No way is it. I disagree, mate.
Fight.
Come on, Nico. I'm going to get you in Osaka to Tame a Land. Let's have a dune fight. I'll hide under the sand and jump up and get you.
...of songs. It is, of course, about the Frank Herbert novel Dune. And for those of you who don't know this story, they originally wanted to call the song Dune. But when they asked Frank Herbert for permission, he refused in a very strong way and literally told them he hated bands like Iron Maiden and that if they called the song Dune, he'd sue them.
Here's the call. I'm Frank Herbert and you're Steve Harris.
Hello? Right. Frank?
Yes? How do you know my name?
I read your book.
Which one?
Dune.
Part 1 or part 2?
All of them.
The one with Timothy Chalamet?
Who's Timothy?
It doesn't matter. Let's get to the point.
There's sand in it and a worm.
Yes.
Right. Can we name our song we just wrote about Dune? Can we call it Dune?
Play a bit for me. Let me hear it. No way.
Are you
what's that other song you played earlier? Flight of Icarus. Can you change that to Dune? Dune
No.
On your way like a what's that thing called? Standworm
like
in the sand like
surf.
See, the problem with Dune is there's so many random words in it which are not memorable. That's why Lord of the Rings is awesome, because Tolkien is awesome, because even though he's talking about crazy shit, you still remember everything.
How about that other song? Sun and Steel, that works for it. Sandworms climbing up my jeans.
Brilliant. Okay. See, it chose the wrong one, mate. It's a Tame a Land, you know.
It could have been in.
Exactly. I reckon, he would have said yes if it was any other song in this album.
Don't like this metal thing.
In an age where sandworms storm the world. Whatever. Anyway, sorry, Nico. Sorry, continue. Oh, God.
Once again, its effect is uniquely cinematic and picturesque. The interesting thing about this intro is how it casually moves from the key of B minor to C minor for just 4 bars, and then back to B minor just to add tension and keep the melody interesting.
Meh.
This is a rather uncommon move, and it's incredible how they do it unpretentiously, like it's the most ordinary thing.
Yeah, this part now. I like this part. This is cool. You know? Oh, that part there. That was a weird part. Yeah, see, it does work. See, when he plays it, I like it.
He plays it really well, man.
He does really good.
The song then picks up suddenly with the bass playing the main melody and the guitars just playing the outlining chords with a chugging type of rhythm. Again, this is an unusual move for a heavy metal song. This continues even throughout the first interlude, where the bass plays the melody that will be doubled by the vocal line and the guitars play just the implied chords. This is a technique they would repeat on the following album on the song Rime of the Ancient Mariner.
Yes!
To Tame a Land
I
comes
said
to a
that.
climax in a fantastic harmonized melody that they move from the key of F sharp minor to E minor to D minor and back. This movement almost gives the listener the illusion of being transported across space and time. And I have to give props to Bruce Dickinson for not only managing to sing a melody with the words, "He is the Kwisatz Haderach, he is born of Caliban, he will
Yes.
take the Gom Jabbar," but also making it sound like the most powerful thing. That is the stuff of legends, my friends. When I first started becoming obsessed with Iron Maiden's music,
I agree.
I always found Peace of Mind was the most mystical sounding album. Like it held some sort of arcane knowledge or
agree.
something. And I guess it was a combination of things, from the guitar sounds, the heaviness of the riffs, the particular songwriting, and of course the incredible album artwork.
Yeah.
From the cover design to the band photo of them seated at this magnificent dining room table in what seems to be like an old mansion or a castle. For a teenager back in the 1980s, this was as awesome as it could possibly get. I really hope you enjoyed this 40-year retrospective on such a defining album for Iron Maiden. I'd love to read all about your first experiences with Peace of Mind and your favorite moments, so please share your thoughts in the comments section. As always, I want to thank you all.
All right, Nico, thank you.
So they should have, instead of Tame Land, what do you think that picture I just showed you? They should have called it Space Fascists and Sand Penises.
And Sand Penises, yeah. I think maybe Disney would have jumped on that one for sure.
These days, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Nico's right, though. Peace of Mind does
yeah.
have that weird atmosphere to it, which is very, very cool. And it's funny because in Iron Maiden, it's not my favorite album. But if you put this album against any other metal band's album,
right.
I mean,
I know where you're going.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, it's topping everyone, you know? It's
Yeah.
they're on such another level for me.
That's true, man.
You know what I mean? Just in terms of like just songs, good music. Like I was watching an interview today with Rick Beato, the music guy, and he had Steve Vai and Joe Satriani. Now, Steve Vai was taught to play guitar by Joe Satriani.
I always get them mixed up.
Joe Satriani is the bald one.
Okay. Yeah,
Steve's not the bald one.
Okay.
But the difference in those guys is that Joe is more traditional rock, but he still plays guitar music, but his music is more bluesy and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Whereas Steve Vai was like just doing random, like, I'm gonna get a 7-string, the first guy to really play that.
That's right.
And then all his music he's got no hits in a way. Joe's got like songs you can jam out to, but Steve Vai, like, what the fuck's going on here, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what it's like, is like there's two ways to go. A lot of metal bands, for them to be so interesting, they have to go down the weird, trying to be new technique kind of way.
Yeah.
You know, whereas Maiden they're playing, like, the chord progressions are kind of the same over and over.
Yeah.
They just seem to reinvent and make an interesting song all the time. And you know, I don't know how many songs I've played on mine. I'm like, oh, I know exactly where it's going to go next, because just that's how they play.
Right.
That's their style, you know. But,
yeah.
Anyway, fantastic. Anyway, Nico, mate. So yeah, check out.
Good job, though,
It's
man.
cool, right?
Yeah,
It's awesome,
yeah.
right? His channel's really, really good, man. If you want to listen to Iron Maiden covers, go to Licks of the Beast on YouTube.
I'll be checking out more for
Yeah,
sure.
if you want to just listen to a guy talking about Iron Maiden who obviously knows his shit and has a good opinion.
Doesn't sound like a dick.
No.
On YouTube, easy to access. That works for me.
Exactly. It's very enjoyable because, and he does now. He's starting to get more into the YouTube kind of things. So he's doing those videos like why are you playing Power Slave wrong? Things like that. Man, you got to get into it, Nico, because you're a very likable guy. Even if you weren't talking about Maiden, it's very hard to be likable, and you do have it. You know? So continue, and I'll be watching for sure. And let's hang out in Osaka.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to. Hopefully, we can meet up. Cool.
Fuck yeah, it's gonna be cool, right? What a coincidence! Eh? What a coinkydink, yeah. Yeah. Anyway,
on topic but off topic because he was mentioning about the artwork. So he's wearing the Peace of Mind.
Oh yeah,
t-shirt.
Peace of Mind. Yeah.
So which album isn't that the padded cell that's flying in?
Flighting in Flight of Icarus, up in the sky.
That's it.
That's
there
right.
we go. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's Derek Riggs has an old blog which is not accessible on the internet now without a time machine.
Oh, it's in the dark web.
Yeah, it's really hard to get to it. Like the things don't load sometimes. The pictures don't load because it's so old.
On a Commodore 64 cassette.
Yeah,
deck.
I need one of those fucking things, like or like bloody Amstrad or whatever, But sometimes you get to see the really old things, the images.
Rotary controller.
That cell on the Peace of Mind is up in the sky, floating for some random reason in the Flight of Icarus cover, but whatever. Anyway, Nico was very cool. I look forward to hanging out with you again.
Yep.
So, guys, next week we're going to continue on the early years documentary up until Power Slave, and then we will continue with Power Slave. And please send in your emails to listen to ironmaidenbaby@gmail.com, or for the banter. Let's have a laugh. Tell us your top 10 from the top 2 from the first 4 albums. It's only fair, right? Because Paul's only got 2 albums. Blaze has only got 2 albums.
Yeah.
But what's funny is that if we do Blaze, we'd have to do either the 2 Bruce before,
right,
and then 2 Blaze, which is Fear of the Dark and No Prayer for the Dying, which are quite lackluster albums in comparison to this stuff. Or we do the 2 Blaze albums, then the 2 the new reunion ones, which are some of the best albums they've ever done ever. Brave New World and Dance to Death. Well, Dance to Death does have the silly cover.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it was on Nico's site when he was talking about it, and I saw that covering and just went,
I know.
Duh.
I know, it is terrible.
Why would you not?
The content of music in it couldn't. Do you know what's funny is that those 2 albums before before Blaze Bailey, No Prayer for the Dying, I hate that album because it basically made Adrian quit.
Yeah.
Because the album before that was Seventh Son of a Seventh Son, which has got like synths and all this amazing huge sound, and then they're like, let's go back to playing like a pub band, and Adrian's like, what the fuck, bro?
We're evolving.
And I got a lot of the songs. I still enjoy those albums, but if you analyze them, then there's nothing even close to like something on Peace of Mind, and Bruce just doesn't give a fuck anymore. And then on Fear of the Dark, they just try and sell out and they're trying to like get MTV hits or whatever, like with videos and shit, and it's like, it just doesn't suit them. And then when Blaze gets fired and they bring Bruce back and they do Brave New World, which is just one of the best albums they've ever done.
Yeah.
A lot of long songs, but it opens with the Wicker Man fucking when Bruce and Adrian came back, they all went to like a radio show in London, and they're all just in it at the pub all together. So Iron Maiden's back. Yeah, we got back together, and then it's like, and then the first song they come up with is a Adrian song which he wrote called "The Wicker Man," which is fucking. It is amazing. Right?
Yeah.
It's just, that riff's amazing. Anyway, also since we're gonna go to see Iron Maiden Osaka. Now, Anta, you are listening to the songs in order kind of thing.
Yeah.
But what we'll do is I will find out the set list.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll share that with you. So you can, it's much better when you know the songs.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
that makes sense.
There'll be a lot of songs in there which will be in the future, but fuck it.
No.
You'll be like, I know this song from that album. Yeah. So it'll help out. Yeah.
Well, it's a little bit like that even for me going through, because there are some albums that are like,
Yeah.
I know this.
You've heard this
I
one.
don't.
Yeah. Exactly.
That works for me.
Anyway, fantastic. Yeah, so check us out next, guys, and we'll see you next time with early years up to Power Slave. Bruce wrote that. Anyway, let's say goodbye from Nico.
Goodbye, everybody. Been nice to see you. Oh, did I touch your breast?